Yeah, but there's also folks like to find problems where there's none,
Oh yeah.
right? I mean, just look at pretty much.
Well, I like to joke like if you were to take a quarter, you know,
Uh-huh.
you got your head side and your tail side. Me and John are the flip sides of the same coin. He's the heads. He's the nice shiny part of it. Everybody looks at it and goes, "Oh, that's beautiful." You flip it over and it's kind of grody. Maybe it's not so nice. It's the ass end of it. That's where I
Wow,
come in.
you're the
Because
ass end of the quarter.
well, if you think about it, he's like the Mister Rogers and or Ned Flanders of the WoW roleplay community. I'm more like Peter Griffin.
What?
Lois, I swear to God, one of these days.
Oh my god. Oh.
He likes to keep things, nice and clean and pleasant. And
Okay.
here I am slamming down beers and, you know, dropping F bombs left and right. And,
You swear?
Raz, I
Didn't know
would.
you swear.
I would, but I don't know, man, because you had to go and flaunt that Raven Mount win. Bastard. Yeah. Yeah, there were some good donations coming in. It doesn't even fly. Good. I'm glad, Raz. I'm glad. You non-glorious stallion. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here with a Muppet News Flash. Razarus is a bastard. The Raven Lord Mount, Nisi. The Raven Lord Mount. Raz knows I've been chasing it for years, and then one day in Terminal's Discord, he's like, I'm gonna go do a Ravenlord run. I hope I get it. Zorts. A couple minutes later, he posts a screenshot of him and a Ravenlord. You son of a bitch.
Dude.
See, this is what happens when I don't have to abide by a clean tag.
Mm-hmm.
You get salty Kermit the Frog.
Hanzo mains. Hanzo mains.
Yeah, speaking of Bastion, did Bloke ever come back?
No. But
Ah,
it's
poop.
pretty late for him though.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he's a little bit more west than Lihida, but I think they're still in the
Oh,
same.
right.
I think they're in the same time zone though. Because I think they only have two. I think it's like west and east, and that's it. I don't think they have a central.
Probably not.
One way we can
Yes,
find
Raz.
out. Australian time.
Yes, Raz. Even
zones.
you should have abided by Layla's warning and just aborted me.
How many time zones are there in Australia? Oh, you know what? He is in Central. They do have one.
I did not know that.
Here, I'll paste it in chat. Yeah, I know where Lita lives. talking about Bloke. Bloke is in. She's. He's definitely in Central. He is in.
Yep. I reckon he is. I mean, I don't know where Bloke lives. Bloke's one of those dudes I know of, but don't know. So.
He is. It's really weird. It's like a half an hour difference. Oh, that's weird. Actually, it's almost like an hour and a half difference. What the hell is that?
Oh, God damn it. Freaking idiots, 2 houses down, are still working on their freaking roof.
Oh, it's 10:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah, but they've been shingling this thing for the last month.
How long does it take to shingle a roof? Like how big is this roof?
I live in a very strange neighborhood. It's part historic district with a lot of old houses, part ghetto, part downtown shopping area. And the house that this guy's working on has a lot of those, like, multiple arched roof pieces to it. So it's been a project for him. But it's like, God damn, I gotta go to sleep soon. What the hell are you doing? It's Saturday. Take Saturday off.
So, Bloke was like another hour and a half from us.
Yeah.
So it's like he was. No, he's only half an hour during the winter. So he would be for Lita right now. It's 12:30 in the morning, roughly. For him, it's 1 a.m. So it's an extra half hour.
Okay, yeah. So he's probably passed the hell out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because sounds like he's got, the whole family life going. So.
Yep.
Ugh.
There we go. Finally.
Yeah, that's true. I also got a minor league baseball park 6 blocks away. I really needed to move.
Where are you again?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys? Are you on the side of Indiana that does daylight savings, or are you on the other side?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That actually used to not be a thing, and then like the year before I moved here, it became a thing. It's like the eastern half does daylight savings, so we're always on East Coast time, and the western half is just like, screw it, we ain't doing shit.
Wow.
Worst part about living here, though, I can't find a decent pizza anywhere.
Could you make your own pizza shop?
I'm
just
I don't know, man.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah, I grew up 3 hours north of New York City, so I'm used to that East Coast,
Yep.
New York, New Jersey style pizza. Like, good, real pizza. You just can't seem to get it right out here for some reason, so I've resorted to DiGiorno and Tombstone. So I refuse to eat Domino's, and I refuse to eat Pizza Hut, and all the local places suck.
Pizza Hut's not bad. It's a little bit greasy and oily, but
Pizza, it's garbage.
it's better than Domino's.
Mud
Well,
is better than Domino's.
but I mean, it's just like out where we are, there's no real Chinese food, like like restaurants, like real Chinese food versus North
Panda Express.
American kind of stuff. Yeah, and so we've often talked about, well, do we want to go through all that? It's like, well, if we do it, then we got to deal with permits, health, health checks, like all kinds of stuff, right? And roughly, I think overall, it's like about $100,000 to go in, and that's a lot of money on something that might not work, right?
Yeah. It's like, what kills me is like, we got a couple of ramen shops around here, or what they call ramen shops.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my God, I love ramen. The best ramen ever. I'm sitting here like, this is crap. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I lived in Japan for 3 years. I know what ramen is.
Well, most people here only know ramen from like
Styrofoam
school,
cups.
school, right? You know, when you're in college, right? And I mean, at least for me, we lived off of that stuff because it was so cheap.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're on a budget, you're definitely going to get your top ramen.
Yep. I think for us, most of the time it was 50 cents, like a bowl, and then if it was on sale, it was like 25, and you'd buy
Yep.
like a whole ton of them.
Oh yeah. What was it when I got off active duty and I went back to New York? I did not understand how bad the cost of living had skyrocketed. And even though I had what was considered for the area a decent paying job, I was hand to mouth because my rent was out the butt, my utilities were out the butt. So there were times I was doing what me and my friends called losers lunch, bologna on hand, because I couldn't afford white bread.
Oh my god. No,
That's why I got out of New York. I was like, all right, screw it. My dad had moved out here a few years before because his job had gotten transferred. Cost of living's a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I heard it's really it was really really expensive in New York.
Oh yeah, and since we were relatively close to New York City, a lot of people were moving out of the city into our area, and because they made more money, that's why
House
everything
prices
started
went
going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, house prices went up, rent went up, but wages in the local area didn't.
Okay.
I was paying $500 for a studio apartment, which was essentially a room in the back of a garage. Out here, I'm paying $450 for 2 bedrooms.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a huge apartment, but
Yeah.
it's got an actual kitchen, which is nice. Ugh. I just need to get the hell out of this freaking city. I need to get the hell out of this state. Any
Well,
state that doesn't sell booze on Sunday.
Toronto is expensive too. Like it's really really high prices for
Yeah.
trying to buy a house or rent. It's nuts here.
Yeah, a guy I've known since I was in the 4th grade lives in Toronto now. He has his own little like effects company.
Do you know where he's at roughly?
No. He's been in and out of there. He actually married a Canadian. That's why he's kind of bouncing back and forth. Funny story, he's actually did you ever see the MTV show Undergrads? It was an animated series.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's the guy who created it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and everybody that the 4 main characters are people that me and him grew up with.
Oh,
and
nice.
he was